Salute, people. We back. Once again, it's on. Yeah. Rajon Pittman, champions. Salute to all my real ones. Like I always say when I started off. Salute to Derek Rowland. Strictly Boxing. Salute. Shout out to all the homies from back home. I want to talk about Shakure Stevenson real quick. Shakure put on a poor performance. We all know that. Then, after the poor performance, the excuses came. He was hurt. That's what he was hurt. Excuse me. How can you be hurt? And in the corner, your trainer literally said, you have to start throwing the left hand. You got to start throwing the left. You have to start throwing the left hand. Right? He hurt. Now he hurt. In the hallway before the fight, if anybody seen the fight, he said, tell De Los Santos, stand on what he's saying. Tell De Los Santos, stand on what he's saying. This is what he said in the hallway when they bumped into each other. Shakure, he hurt, right? Then he went on to say, this is the best camp I had. This is the best camp I ever had. That's what Shakure said. That's what he said. This came out of his mouth. This is what I heard in my ears doing that. I started watching that fight at 5:30. For all y'all all you casual fans, or all y'all just don't know, y'all don't have the channels or whatever. I started watching the prospects at 5:30. The fight came on at 5:30. I watched 8 fights. Mortella fought. Abdullah Mason fought. A lot of Fernando Vargas fought. Jr. fought. Yeah, they showed 8 fights before the co-main and the main came on. It was on ESPN Plus. For all y'all that, I don't know if y'all have that or not, but that's what it was on. ESPN didn't show the fight until 10:30 that night. Yeah, but anyway, he was hurt, right? So he said all this, but he was hurt. Shakure will bounce back and he will be great. He did it before. Like he said, he did the same thing at 1:30. He did. When he fought Sakio, who he fought? He was scared to death and running all night. I can't remember. But he did the same exact thing. The same exact thing. Whenever Shakure fight a puncher, he run. Hey man, it is what it is. Come on. Whenever he fight a puncher, he runs. he run. I don't know, but I know this much. Tank gonna make him fight. Tank will make that boy fight. You know, but uh, Frank Martin got on Twitter. It was very disrespectful. Very. But it was just a lot of disrespectful stuff being said. You know, um, after the fight. And you know what? You know what somebody said to me? I ain't even going to embarrass him. He said somebody told him from training with Bud, he couldn't do the workout really that Bud was doing, and that got him sore. And that's why he couldn't throw. Oh, my word. Niggas to say anything, man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, man. Fuck is wrong with y'all, man? That's bullshit. Dog, you was scared to death. How are you in the sport of boxing and literally scared to death? He would throw a jab, boom, and jump back 3 feet. What is you doing? What you doing, bro? Bro, he was jumping back. One time I thought he was gonna jump out the ring. One time I thought the nigga was gonna jump all the way out the ring. Poor performance, Shakure. Poor performance. And I'm telling you, I'm telling the boxing world right now, that group, that Keyshawn Davis group, them boys is stepping up 2024, and I'm gonna tell you, they looking for world titles, not that intern and the interim and all that. Them boys is looking for titles, man. Them boys is looking for titles, man. They looking for titles. That's what they want. Titles, man. You got Floyd Schofield. You got Ray Martella, Shushu Carrington, Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason, Tiger Johnson. That's just the name of few that's coming up. Everybody I just named, they want world titles in 2024, man. They want world titles, man, by all means necessary. And they all spar each other. You know, like I said before, I watched Richard Hitchinson and Keyshawn Davis spar. Let me tell you something, man, and this is real talk. Keyshawn Davis and Richard Hitchinson, Africa. I had the opportunity to see them spar. I would have paid pay-per-view money to watch that. Yo, them kids, man, can box. And not only that, they was talking wild shit to each other. Keyshawn Johnson went back to the corner and said, motherfucker, who the fuck you think I am? Then, that's that Virginia in Keyshawn. And then, Africa from Brooklyn. He popping shit. Bro, they put on the clinic, man. They put on the clinic. Oh my God, they put on the clinic. If Devin Haney get past Regis, which I don't think he will, if he do, if he get past Regis, you have Richard Hitchison waiting in the wings. It's about time for him to get a title, man. He up. He up. I'm telling you. That's going to be the fight. And Richard Hitchison will beat Devin Haney. Richard Hitchison will beat Devin Haney. Facts. He will. Devin Haney haven't had a knockout since he been 20. I said that before. Since you been 20, bro. Since you been 20. You 25, 26 now. You haven't had one knockout since the age of 20. Fam, you, like they say, you pillow fisted. Not one knockout. Come on, man. Come on. And he lost to Loma. He lost, man. He didn't beat Lomachenko. He lost. He lost. Then Shakure gets in the ring and he runs out. I never seen that. It's obvious I'm not a Haney fan. I'm not a Haney fan. But the guys I just named, be on the lookout for them, man. For 2024. It's a few more. They name just escaping me right now. But them guys, they gonna be looking for world titles, man. By all means necessary. I forgot someone. Don't forget the name, you casuals. Don't forget this name. Antoine Russell. He beat Boots in the amateurs. Antoine Russell. Don't forget that name. At 140, he's going to be the boogeyman. All facts, no cap. No cap. All facts. Boogeyman. At 140. Told y'all before, he told Devin Haney, I'm gonna fuck you up for what you said about my brother. His brother is Gary Russell. The Russell brothers. The Russell brothers. You casuals probably don't know who I'm talking about. And it's sad because Gary had the title. He's the longest. He holds the record for carrying the title the longest. Google it, Gary Russell. But he had the title, he had that same title 6 years, 7 years, something like that, 6 years. Antoine is his little brother. Then it's another little brother. He lost about 5 months ago. But it was a very, very, very close decision. All of them named Gary. All of them. All of them named Gary Russell. It's Gary Antoine Russell. It's Gary Russell. It's Gary, the oldest brother Russell. And it's Gary, the baby brother Russell. I don't know those two names. But they just like the Mason brothers, you know, as far as boxing. The Mason brothers from Ohio, I think they from Cleveland. And the Russells from DC. Yeah. But tune into that Devin Haney Regis fight. It's gonna be a decent fight. Regis got power in both hands. And Regis can box a little taste. He can box a little taste. Yeah. It's gonna be an exciting fight. And don't get it twisted. 140 is stacked. You have Teofimo Lopez. You have Antoine Russell there. You have Devin Haney there. Regis Prograis there. What's his name? Floyd Schofield. He either 140 or 147. Floyd Schofield. Google him. Nice. And then, 135 stacked. Everybody know that. But like I said, I have Regis winning. I really do feel Regis gonna be Devin Haney. But I'm gonna end this. Shout out to all my real ones. Shout out to the brothers that support me, that have real love. I would never understand my people, man. But it ain't for me to understand. People just... But anyway, salute. When I say this, I mean this from the heart. And I say this shit on some real talk. When I say shout out to the real ones, that's what I mean. Shout out to the real ones, man. Shout out to the real ones. Salute. Y'all know my motto. Jersey.